here, Isaac Hatfield with Lucas Hunchman and Colin Wood tonight. We're going to be calling this game here at Floyd Central High School. Lucas, how's everything going tonight?
It's going great, and I'm excited to watch yet another Floyd Central volleyball game. These ladies are really doing great this season.
Yeah, Floyd Central, they've got a tough team. They just beat their rival New Albany a couple weeks ago. And starting lineups for the Highlanders, we have number 5, Anna Hilbrick. We've got number 16, Natalie Leustetter, number 1, Jenna Heidbreder, number 33, Kaylee Hunt, and number 19, Caroline Hilbrick. And we're underway. Mitchell with the serve, Anna Hilbrick with the dig, and that's a point for Mitchell. That's number 11 with the block on Mitchell's team. That is Jordan Saver. Number 24 for Mitchell High School is up to serve. She's the captain of the team, Maddie Lynch. Maddie Lynch, serve, and it is no good, not across the net. That's going to be a point for the Highlanders. Highlanders making some quick subs. That's number 35, Caden Holcomb, coming in the game.
Already switching up. That's not a good sign, Isaac.
Yep, they're making some subs early. Number 5, Anna Hilbrick with the serve. It's across, and that is out. That's going to be a point for Mitchell. She had a little too much on that one. Got away from it. Number 5 for Mitchell serving the ball right now. That is Jocelyn Allen. Allen with the serve. It's up. Returned by Hilbrick. Spiked by Caden Holcomb, and that's a point for the Highlanders. That was a good play right there.
All right, now we're tied up. Let's see where this game takes us.
Tied up 2-2. Some good action early. Okay, we got some more subs in for the Highlanders. Looks like it is number 3, Courtney Combs, up to serve the ball. And serve is up by Combs. Returned by number 30. And that's spiked by Caden Holcomb again.
Excellent move by Caden.
That was powerful. That was good play by the senior leader, Caden Holcomb. Combs is up to serve again for the Highlanders. Serve is up, and it is out. So we got a tie game, 3-3.
So close there.
And the Highlanders are executing on defense right now, but they're shooting themselves in the foot. That's 2 points given away off of just serves. Number 11 for Mitchell serves the ball. Courtney with the bump, and that's a spike by number 27 on the Highlanders.
Number 5 almost had it. She slid in there with a pancake and successfully pulled it off, but not this time.
Yeah, number 5 on Mitchell tried to dig it out. That's Jocelyn Allen again. She's a freshman starting for this Hornets team. Number 23, Casey Quinochet with the spike in the game for the Highlanders. And that is, okay, it was returned by 19, Carolyn Hilbrick, but the Hornets defended. Oh, wait, no, we got a call on the floor.
Yep, I believe 7 extended with her arm across the net.
Yep, that's exactly what happened. Number 7 on Mitchell, Ella Spires. She touched the net, so that's point to the Highlanders. That's a spike by 23, Casey Quinochet, the sophomore for the Highlanders, but it is too far. That's 3 points given up by the Highlanders so far on just serves.
FC's got to sharpen up those serves. That's all I can say.
They definitely do. All right, number 15 for the Hornets up to serve the ball. That is Abby Brothers, the junior leader for the Hornets. Good serve. Spiked by Carolyn Hilbrick. Saved by the Hornets. Casey Quinochet with the bump. Courtney Combs with the set. And the spike by Caden Holcomb, but it's saved by the Hornets. And they get it back across. Courtney Combs with the bump. Spike by Carolyn Hilbrick. Oh, my. That's a good point right there. That's number 19, Carolyn Hilbrick.
Hilbrick's doing great. Just at the beginning of that volley, she got down on her knees and stuck in a really nice hit there.
Yeah, she dug one out on defense and then came back with the spike on offense. She's having a good game. That's a sophomore for Floyd Central Highlanders. Number 35, Caden Holcomb with the serve. And a miscommunication by the Hornets leads to an ace by the Highlanders. That was a good serve by Holcomb, put it right in the middle of their defense.
I think they might be turning it around for offense.
They definitely are. They got to get the serves going. Holcomb up to serve again. Serve is up. returned by number 13 on the Hornets. Combs with the bump, and Carolyn Hilbrick with the spike again. What a game she's got going on already early in this game. So serve goes to the Highlanders once again. Caden Holcomb, number 35, up for the serve. Serve is up. Bumped by number 13. Casey Quinochet returns. And Kaylee Hunt hits it over for the Highlanders. And that's going to be a point for the Highlanders. Once again, looks like a miscommunication for Mitchell there.
9-4. Highlanders
9-4,
lead.
yeah, that's 5 unanswered for the Highlanders. We did have a tie ball game. Caden Holcomb is still up to serve. Serve is up. Bump. And that's another ace for the Highlanders. And that's a timeout from Mitchell. 6 unanswered points by the Highlanders. The Mitchell coach has to be very frustrated right now.
Yes, Mitchell coach probably worried that FC's got 6 unanswered points there.
Yeah, head coach Scott Saunders for the Mitchell Hornets is having a word with his team right now. They got to figure out something because the Highlanders are running away with it early.
Isaac, I mean, sitting there in that huddle, what do you think they're talking about? They need to perfect their aces, the pancakes, the blocks.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mitchell came out good early. Their defense has been pretty solid, but I think they're miscommunicating, you know, like they have to stay in their zones. They have to, you know, they got to get the ball back across and make Floyd Central make plays rather than playing on the back wall, you know. So, but Floyd Central's executing very well right now. Caden Holcomb with some really good serves, 2 aces for her in those consecutive serves that she had. Carolyn Hilbrick with some good spikes early. She's having a good game. Overall, Floyd Central's playing very solid right now. No, not really any detriments to their game so far, other than the serves that were out of bounds. So.
All right, very well put.
All right, we got a 10-4 game. Highlanders lead, and Caden Holcomb is up for the serve again. And serve is up. Number 14 on Mitchell returns it. 14 with the spike, and it is blocked by 33, Kaylee Hunt. And the Highlanders are celebrating that one. That was an aggressive play.
They got the energy up. They got the points up. Time for them to show us what they got.
Very nice by the junior Kaylee Hunt. Holcomb with the spike. Oh, and it's a soft one. And it's another ace. Oh, my goodness. Mitchell's volleyball team seems very confused right now. They don't really...
Quite contrary to FC's side. The energy is through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell, they're distraught right now. They've given up 8 unanswered points. That's another light serve for Caden Holcomb.
Ace.
And that's 4 aces for Caden Holcomb this game. And I mean,
you watch the FC.
I'm no volleyball player,
and you
but
just can't help but smile.
Yeah. And spike is up. Serve. Number 17 hits it over from Mitchell. That is the captain. Carolyn Hilbrick with another spike, and it is defended by number 30 on Mitchell. Oh, and it was bumped up into the air by number 15 on Mitchell, Abby Brothers, but it was met at the net by Kaylee Hunt, and she bats it down for another Floyd Central score. We've got a 14-4 game. That's 10 unanswered for the Highlanders. They just seem unstoppable right now. Caden Holcomb with the serve once again. Returned by Mitchell. And it's a point by Carolyn Hilbrick. She blocks one at the net as Abby Brothers tried to put it over once again. I'm confused as to what's happening to Mitchell. They look so solid right off the gate, but... All right, number 13 from Mitchell. That is Bella Knocker. Saved by Combs. Knocker again with the spike, and it's blocked by Kaylee Hunt, and that's another point. Highlanders. And this is getting out of the hands of the Mitchell Hornets right now. This is getting very lopsided early.
They have to bring up their confidence.
Yeah, they just have no confidence, no energy. They don't really know what's going on right now. Caden Holcomb with the serve. Brothers with the bump. Holcomb with the save. Combs with the bump. And that's a spike. Saved by Mitchell. Oh, and it's going to be a point for the Highlanders as once again the Hornets touch the net.
This first set seems to be coming off like a quick turnout right
Yeah,
here.
Holcomb is, I mean, I think she served 13 times in a row. Like, Mitchell can't get anything going right now. That's number 15, Abby Brothers. Number 14, Ella Spires with the spike. And I think that's going to be a point for the Hornets. It's the first one in the past 13 serves. So
yep, they now have their foot in the door. Let's see where.
Maybe that was the boost that they needed to get their game going.
Yep.
Number 14, Spires with the serve. Combs with the bump. And, okay, we got a call by the official. That's going to be a point to the Hornets as Floyd Central appeared to touch the net. Number 14, Maddie Robertson with the serve. Returned by Hilbrick, bumped by Combs. Hilbrick with the, Hilbrick tried to tap it over, and it was blocked by the Hornets. So that's 3 straight points by the Hornets. That
Mitchell
was
saying, not that easy, Floyd Central.
Yeah,
come on.
That was Bella Knocker with the point for the Hornets. All right, we have number 14, Maddie Robertson, the junior for Mitchell with the serve. Hilbrick with the return. And Kaylee Hunt saves it across. And number 15, Brothers. And then to number 5, spikes it. Casey Quinochet. Carolyn Hilbrick with the spike again. She's having a heck of a game right now. That's 6 points for the sophomore so far.
Excellent volley there.
I think Carolyn Hilbrick and Caden Holcomb might have the majority of the points for the Highlanders right now.
Yeah, they're getting all the action.
Yeah, they definitely are. All right, we had some substitutes for the Highlanders. And serve is up, and it is dug out by number 30 on Mitchell, and that's Casey Quinochet with the bump. Carolyn Hilbrick with the spike, and it is blocked by Mitchell. Saved by Anna Hilbrick, and a miscommunication by Mitchell, and that's going to be a point to the Highlanders.
Looks like number 13 just forgot to bump that ball up.
Yeah, she definitely did. But, I mean, let me use it for that. All right, we're back. And Anna Hilbrick with the save. And that's a spike by Jenna Heidbreeder, the sophomore, number 1 for the Highlanders. But it is returned by Mitchell, bumped by Hilbrick. And a spike by Kaylee Hunt, and that's a point. Floyd Central takes the 20-7 lead. This is pretty lopsided as of right now, Lucas. I don't know what you think, but I think the Highlanders got this one in the bag.
Yeah, we got the pretty high odds here at Floyd Central.
Yeah, if I was Mitchell right now, I would try to hang in there and then get ready for the second set because this one's far gone in my opinion.
Yep. Maybe go ahead and conserve that energy.
Yeah, maybe get some subs in there, see what's working. It doesn't seem like Mitchell has much chemistry right now.
Although
they did just score based on a mistake by the Highlanders. So we got a 20-8 ball game. That's a serve by number 17 on Mitchell, and it is not across. That's going to be a point for the Highlanders. That was Maddie Leamer, the senior leader for the Hornets. Came up a little short on that serve. We have number 19, Carolyn Hilbrick, with the serve right now. Saved by Brothers, and that's number 11, hits it over. Bumped by Hunt, and then a spike by Hunt, and that's another point, Floyd Central. And Floyd Central's putting on a clinic right now. They came ready to play, lots of energy, lots of confidence. You can tell that they believe they're the best team out there right now.
Oh, yeah.
Hilbrick with the serve, returned by Brothers once again. And that's a spike blocked by Kaylee Hunt. And Mitchell manages to save it, gets it across. And that's a spike by Natalie Lewstetter, and
on the ceiling structure.
It's up in the rafters, and it's saved by Mitchell. What a play. And then Jenna Heidbreeder with the spike, and Jenna Heidbreeder with the block. Oh, my goodness.
This is one heck of a volley.
That was a heck of a rally, and Mitchell came back with the point. I missed who got the point there, Lucas. Did you see what number it was?
I'm don't believe.
Thinking it was number 15, Abby Brothers. All right, well, Mitchell with a heck of a rally on defense there. Scores the point, and man, an ace from the Hornets by the senior leader.
Just tried to slide into it, couldn't get to it in time though. Very close.
And we've got the senior leader, number 24 for the Hornets, up to serve once again. And we've got some substitutions for the Highlanders. Number 11, senior Livia Lancaster is in the game. And Lancaster with the bump. Spike by Hilbrick. Oh my gosh, she's having a heck of a game, dude. Highlanders are 2 points away from closing this out in the first set. Looks like senior Caden Holcomb is back in the game right now. Number 33, Kaylee Hunt, is up to serve for the Highlanders right now. It's a good serve. Volleyed by the Hornets. Back across. Dig by Kaylee Hunt. Spiked by Natalie Lustetter, number 16 for the Highlanders, but it is saved by Mitchell. And Mitchell gets it across once again. Bumped by Kaylee Hunt. And the spike by Jenna Heidbreder, saved by Mitchell once again. Back across, Carolyn Hilbrick with the save. And Caden Holcomb with the spike, but it is out of bounds. That's going to be a point to the Mitchell Hornets. And it looks like we got another substitution coming in for the Highlanders. I think the senior Anna Hilbrick is about to enter the game once again. Served by the Hornets, and it's up short. Highlanders are 1 point away from closing this one out. And we got some substitutions for the Highlanders lately. We got the senior Courtney Combs in to serve the last, what could be the last serve of the set. And the serve is up. Good serve by Combs. And, almost an ace to close it out, but it's returned by the Hornets. And back across by Hilbrick. And the Hornets are rallying. And it's a miss hit by the Hornets. And that is going to conclude set one of this volleyball game. Highlanders are up 1-0. That was a 25-11 win for the Highlanders. Good momentum going into the second set.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And it seems like Floyd Central's got it figured out, whatever they're doing.
Definitely.
They have it. What is Mitchell not figured out yet? Tell us, Isaac.
Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out, and, they came out really strong. They made some good plays. They had some good defensive plays. And even at the end of this game when, they were down by a lot, they had a lot of really good rallies where they got the ball, back onto the side of the Highlanders. But what it seems to be the difference to me is Floyd Central just has, they just have really good athletes making plays right now, and Mitchell is playing a lot of defense rather than offense. That's what
it feels like. It feels like they're less confident of winning the point and more, let's be protective. And I think it's the confidence that is bringing them down.
Exactly.
At the beginning, they came out with the energy. They had it.
Yeah.
Once they started getting low, they kind of fumbled.
I completely agree with you. I think what the Highlanders are doing good is, Caden Holcomb with 13 serves in a row. It's just they just couldn't stop scoring because of how good the serves were. And, Mitchell was backed against the wall that entire game playing defense. They never had the opportunities to score. And, most of the times that they did have the opportunities to score, they shot themselves in the foot by silly mistakes. And so, an adjustment I think that they need to make is they definitely need to get the tall people up front, get some more spikes going, make the Highlanders play defense rather than just returning everything that the Highlanders throw at them, because these Highlander varsity girls, they've got some athletes, and they jump high, they hit hard, and so I know that returning those serves and returning those spikes is definitely not easy, and so doing that the entire game is just not going to be the recipe to win the second set.
Yeah, that's a good point. If they just get more aggressive on the Mitchell side, if they kind of show some fierce volleys over there, maybe Floyd Central won't buckle up and say, okay, we're actually going to have to step it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Lose the confidence that they had.
Yeah, and another thing is that entire first set, Floyd Central got in such a rhythm and the chemistry was working so well out there that they didn't sub hardly at all. I've called a lot of volleyball games, and Floyd Central does a lot of subbing. They're very deep on their team. They're very confident in who they've got on the bench. And, they didn't do that set because they were very confident in what they were doing. They had a lot of chemistry. They were scoring points, so there was no need to sub. But Mitchell just seemed kind of all over the place. They didn't really know how to respond to certain situations. They had players making mistakes. They were subbing a lot. So a lot of things need to be cleaned up for the Mitchell Hornets. And then the Highlanders, nothing else to say other than they're rolling right now. So we've got 45 seconds till the second set. We're going to see how it goes. We've got some new players coming in for the Highlanders right now. We've got
fresh faces.
The starting 6 for the second set is going to be Caden Holcomb, number 35, number 16, Natalie Lustetter, number 17, Sydney Williams, number 33, Kaylee Hunt, and it looks like we have 19, Carolyn Hilbrick out there currently. So that'll be the lineup for the Highlanders to start off the second set.
Hilbrick's been one of the team leaders here.
Oh, definitely. Hilbrick's having a heck of a game. Between her and Holcomb, I mean, they scored the majority of those points in that first set, so I know that it's a team game, but they're definitely scoring points. Yeah. All right, Kaylee Hunt just came out, and it looks like the senior Anna Hilbrick is coming in to serve to start off the second set.
Don't see many tall players up at the net like you were saying Mitchell has.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell's got some height on their bench, but I'm not the coach. I don't know their strong suits. I don't know their weaknesses. So maybe this group that they got out there is the recipe for success. So
surprise us, Mitchell.
We're about to see. The serve is off by Anna Hilbrick, and it is spiked, blocked at the net by Caden Holcomb, and it's going to be spiked again, and it's saved by the Highlanders. Spiked again by number 11. That is Jordan Saver. Back across for the Highlanders. Carolyn Hilbrick with the bump set and the spike for Lustetter. And another amazing save by Mitchell. I mean, this is impressive. But see, right there, Jordan Savers had an easy point in her lap, and she just couldn't get it across the net. The defense that Mitchell's playing right now is very impressive because these spikes that Floyd Central is, sending their way are powerful, and they're returning them like a beast. So Anna Hilbrick with the serve, and that's going to be an ace. It's another miscommunication by Mitchell. I mean, I've seen some moments for this Mitchell Hornets team where they're playing good volleyball, but they just seem to shoot themselves in the foot every single time. And so, they got to clean that up. But it's only 2-0, so they got plenty of time. Served by Anna Hilbrick, and that's crossed by Savers for the Hornets. Back up. The spike by Sydney Williams of the Highlanders. That's going to be another point. And we've got a 3-0 lead for the Highlanders right off the bat of this game. All right, Anna Hilbrick up for the serve once again. And that's going to be another ace. Man, Floyd Central's putting on a clinic with the serves tonight. Caden Holcomb with 13 straight last game, and then Anna Hilbrick, the past 2 aces already. What a game.
Holcomb's got 4 aces.
Yeah. All right, and that's a spike by Lustetter, and it's going to be blocked by Mitchell, and they get on the board. So 4-1 Highlanders right now.
All right, they got the confidence. They got to work on the communications. I think that they are ready.
Definitely, yeah. They, like I said, they've got talent on their team for sure. They just keep making silly mistakes, and that's what Floyd Central's not doing right now, and that's why they look so solid. Oh my goodness, what a fantastic play by Caden Holcomb. The ball was
just
served
in the right spot.
Yeah, the ball was served by the Highlanders, and it was bumped up by Lustetter, and then Caden Holcomb went like she was going to serve it, and then she just tapped it over right into an open spot to score the point for the Highlanders. We've got number 3, Courtney Combs, up to serve for the Highlanders, 5-1 lead for Floyd Central, and that's going to be returned by the Hornets. Across, bumped by Anna Hilbrick, set by Courtney Combs, spiked by Lustetter, and it's back across from the Hornets onto Highlanders' side. And that is a point for the Highlanders. I missed who that was, but I was watching the ball to see if it was out of bounds or not, but the referee called it in. Combs up to serve again, and it's short of the net.
I tell you, the FC's been hitting some really hard straight arrows.
Oh, yeah.
Mitchell's really been having to dig them up.
Oh, yeah, Mitchell's been on the ground, the entire first set. Those spikes and those serves were brutal, but I'm impressed at how many they actually did return. Serve is up for Mitchell, and it's back across from the Highlanders to Mitchell. That's Savers with the spike. Combs with the bump. And it's across by Holcomb. Spike by Savers again.
CFC had a great communication there. They all yelled out at the same time to make sure everyone was on board. And contrary, Mitchell, before they even start serving, I can see confusion on the player's face.
Yeah, they just seem confused as to what they're doing out there. Like, look, late rotations by Mitchell. They're not aligned right on the floor, and and that's what happens when you have a lot of subs, because you got to get a group of 6 out there that is consistent in playing with each other, and they have good chemistry, and that's what is impressing me the most about the Highlanders is, like, no matter who they bring into the game, they're just as solid. Like, there's no weak points to this Highlanders team.
A few leaders out there able to lead the group.
Absolutely. They've got a lot of seniors on this team, and, they've got a lot of leaders. But even the young ones out there that they have a lot of talent. And, when instructed by the coaches and instructed by, those senior leaders, they can all play as a team, and that's what's working for them right now. But that was we missed that rally right there, but that was a spike by Jordan Savers, the senior leader for Mitchell. So
we got 8-3 here, Highlander lead.
Yep, 8-3, Floyd Central lead. Savers with the serve, bumped by Hilbrick, across by Combs. What a play!
They keep finding that right spot that they just can't seem to dive to, Mitchell. Floyd Central's really getting a lot of points with these soft volleys over.
Yeah, no doubt. They're just playing games with them right now. And Caden Holcomb is back up to serve. We'll see if she can put together another 13 like last set. And that is returned by Mitchell, but it's going to be out of bounds. And that's a 10-3 lead for the Highlanders.
35, we have a great server.
Yeah, Caden Holcomb has had a heck of a game. It's just, oh my goodness.
There's another ace.
Another ace for Caden Holcomb.
This is the 5th ace.
That's her 5th ace of the day. That's, that's very impressive. She's just finding the holes in the Mitchell defense and putting it right there. Holcomb with another light serve, and it's going to be returned by Mitchell. Bumped by Casey Quinochet. And then spiked by Caden Holcomb, but it's a little too hard. She got excited about that one, I could tell.
I could tell that
it got set up in the air.
Had
and
a lot of power to it.
Yeah, she was ready to go. She overshot that one just a tad. And Caden Holcomb's coming out of the game right now. We got number 11, Livia Lancaster, back in, and number 33, Kaylee Hunt, is back in the game for the Highlanders. So we got a serve coming up for number 15, Abby Brothers, on Mitchell, and it's a good serve. Straight arrow, bumped up by, okay, that ball was bumped up by Courtney Combs and then spiked by Kaylee Hunt, but it was blocked by Mitchell, but the block ended up going out of bounds, which is a point for the Highlanders. Courtney Combs is coming out of the game right now, and we have Sydney Williams back in the game. Serve is up. Returned by Mitchell, and Abby Brothers saves it from going out of bounds, and they get it across, and that's Livia Lancaster with the bump. Kaylee Hunt gets it across. Savers with the spike. Oh, and it's another point for Carolyn Hilbrick. Abby Brothers tried to dig that one out, but she was a tad too late. It was another good play by the Highlanders. Nothing else I can say.
We got Kylie Minnis serving right now.
Kylie Minnis, number 24 for the Highlanders. One of the young stars on this team. Oh,
already
and
2 points for Kylie.
Yep. Something happened out there. The officials made a call. Looks like Mitchell's not too happy about it, but it is going to be another point for the Highlanders. Minnis with the serve, number 24. Brothers with the set. And the spike is blocked by Floyd Central. Again, they are like a wall on the line. And Mitchell gets it across, and it's saved by Minnis. And, oh, my goodness.
Incredible spike by number 33.
That's Kaylee Hunt, the junior for the Highlanders. Spiked it right into the face of the Mitchell defense. I mean, that was impressive. They definitely got a lot of energy on Floyd Central's team after that. Minnis with another serve. And that's going to be an ace for the sophomore.
What a young star.
Unreal. You can tell she's got potential to be a great player for this team down the road. You know, these are the games where, you know, those young players get to shine. You know, the sophomores, the freshmen.
It makes you excited for the future of
It
this
definitely
team.
is. You know, when you're winning against a team and you're up by a lot of confidence, a lot of energy, and you know, that's when you bring your young kids in, and that's how you develop them for the future years. Because I mean, if you think about it, those are going to be those are going to be your stars in 2-3 years. So this is a good way to get them conditioned to playing varsity volleyball, and that's what Floyd Central's doing tonight. You know, they're comfortable, they're confident, and so they're getting some of the subs in. They're having fun out here, and nothing else I can say except just a good performance by the Highlanders.
Definitely a smart move. You only get to see its payoff in the future, though, and I'm sure it's going to be great.
Absolutely, yeah. They, you know, the best form of practice is playing the game, you know,
Right.
and so getting these kids out here, that's how they all develop. All right, we're back from a timeout. I'm pretty sure Mitchell took a timeout there, and it's going to be served back to the Highlanders. That is Menace, number 24, and the serve is up, returned by Mitchell. And that's a spike by Mitchell, saved by Casey Quinochet. And that's going to be a point for Mitchell. That was a good play by them. They spiked it. They played good defense. They made a wall on the net, and they scored the point. That's what they got to do if they want to come back. We got a serve by number 14 on Mitchell. Menace with the bump. And Kaylee Hunt tries to tap it over, and it is blocked by Abby Brothers. Number 14, Maddie Robinson with the serve. Menace with the set, and Carolyn Hilbrick with a powerful spike, and it was returned by Mitchell, and that's going to be a point for Mitchell. Unbelievable. I mean, these serves are very, very powerful by the Highlanders, and you know, Mitchell's making some athletic plays to return these. I'm very impressed with some of their defense today. I just wish they had more of an offensive presence, and I feel like this game would be a lot closer.
Yes.
Oh, and Carolyn Hilbrick went for another spike. You could tell she got amped up for that one. That was, you know, one of those moments that was really high up in the air, and you know, she overshot it by a tad, but she's having a fantastic day today. You know, that's probably the first mistake she's made in this entire game. And that's over by Menace, saved by Hunt. And that's going to be another spike for Carolyn Hilbrick.
That time.
I mean, they are just feeding her like, you know. Oh, my goodness. She's tall, athletic, and she's only a sophomore. I mean,
now it's time to show us what she got on the serving side of volleyball.
Carolyn Hilbrick's up to serve. I mean, she's really showing her versatility on this volleyball court right now. And it's over. Oh, and a little bit of trickery.
Trickery there.
Oh, my goodness.
I honestly couldn't follow who was hitting the ball or not.
Yeah, I mean, they got me on that one. I'm pretty sure it was 17 Sydney Williams for the Highlanders.
They had 33 jump at the same time as us.
Yeah, Sydney Williams set it up in the air, and Kaylee Hunt jumped like she was going to spike it, but then it was Natalie Lustetter that came in for the spike and scored the point for the Highlanders.
Another one for the spike.
And, yeah, Lustetter again. She's very athletic, very powerful, and she hits the ball hard. And, you know, good luck returning that when one of these Floyd Central players spike it. All right, Hilbrick with the serve again. And that's going to be an ace. Hilbrick has to have double-digit points tonight. She's having a heck of a game.
Definitely killing it.
She's a sophomore, too. Sophomore starting varsity for Floyd Central. You know, she's going to be a heck of a player.
There's a third ace.
Unreal.
Hilbrick.
Unreal. Hilbrick, 3 aces in a row.
This is exciting to see such a young player really shining out here.
You know, I was talking about the young players developing, but, I mean, this sophomore is just already a star for this Floyd Central volleyball team. Yeah. And it's blocked by Hunt. Brothers hits it over from Mitchell, and it's going to be out of bounds. Well,
didn't want to say it, but yeah, getting to be a close turnout here once again.
Yeah, I mean,
22-8, lead.
It's just a lot like the last game. And all
right, as we say that, Hilbrick
Yep.
spikes it right into
I think
the
I think I
net.
gave her the announcer's jinx because
Right.
but she's a phenomenal player. She those things happen. Everyone makes mistakes.
Of
So
course.
she came up a little short on that serve, and it's going to Mitchell. It's going to be Captain Jordan Savers with the serve, and what a play!
Just barely bumps over the net, falls right down to the
Yeah,
ground.
she
They
hit
couldn't
that.
get to it.
She hit a straight arrow right into the net, and it barely trickled over onto the Floyd Central side, and they were unable to return. So that's going to be a point for Mitchell. Savers with the serve again. Bumped by Lancaster. Sets up loose setter for the serve. Savers hits it over. Loose setter with the bump. Menace. Then Hunt with the spike. What a phenomenal play by the Highlanders.
I've
All
been
right.
seeing Mitchell hitting some pretty hard pulls over here. Like Floyd Central players are really kind of scrunching up their faces whenever they have to hit that ball.
Yeah.
I'm being quite honest.
Yeah, they're getting angry at it. They're hitting it. They're giving everything they got. Number 5, Anna Hilbrick in for the Highlanders with the serve. And Caden Holcomb with another aggressive spike. Unreal.
Oh, yeah. FC's got their energy up.
They
They're
do.
communicating. They have it.
And like I said last game, Hilbrick in for what may be the final rally of this set. Brothers returns it to Savers with the spike, and I am wrong. Mitchell with a little bit of life after that. Making some subs, seeing what they can make happen.
Okay, we see Mitchell communicating a little down there.
All right, senior from Mitchell, the serve, and it's going to be out again. It looks like a miscommunication for the Highlanders. I think that's the first one we've seen by them all night.
Totally flipped on us there. The
Yeah.
script turned to Mitchell communicating and not Floyd Central.
Yeah.
Did they lose it? I don't know.
Looks like Leustetter and Hilbrick both went for the ball at the same time. Just a little bit of miscommunication. Got to trust your teammate, but it's okay. The Highlanders have a 12-point lead right now.
Let's hope.
That's a bump for Hilbrick, and Hilbrick hits it over, and it's returned by Mitchell. And Menace with the bump, Hilbrick with the bump, and it's over by Carolyn Hilbrick. And another spike for Mitchell, saved by Hilbrick. Leustetter with the spike, and it comes up short again. So here's a little bit of life for this Hornets team,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. So
They're pulling off some good rallies here, and they're keeping the win for them.
they definitely are, and you know, even if they don't come out with the win in the second set, we still have, you know, it's a best 3 out of 5. So
Right.
maybe they're finding their groove that they need to win the sets coming up. And that's
There we go.
another block for the Hornets.
Maybe it's not going to be so slow burn for Mitchell. They're kicking it up a notch right now.
Yeah, they seem to have found the chemistry out there right now. Floyd Central's just trying to get to this third set. I know that's what they're thinking right now. And Leustetter with another spike. Saved by Hilbrick. Holcomb over by Brothers. Menace with the save. Spike by Leustetter, and that's going to be game. Highlanders take the second set, and they go up 2-0.
That was a little unfortunate. I kind of wanted to see Mitchell show us what they got there for that.
Yeah, they
You know,
definitely.
They like right at the end when they started doing great, they changed the formation
Yeah,
of how they started.
that's true.
They had three in the front and then 2 just facing each other right in the middle. And you don't see that much, but it worked for them.
Yeah, it definitely did. They, you know, the group of 6 that they had out there, they scored 6 points in a row. They showed a little bit of life against Floyd Central, but they were just in too much of a hole to come back. You know, it's
True.
rare you ever see a team come back from down double digits. And, you know, this Floyd Central team is very solid. You know, they don't have many holes in their defense, especially. And they spike the ball really hard. They play very good offense, very good athletes. And so, you know, if Mitchell was going to come back there, it was going to take a miracle. But they showed some promising things, so we'll see what they can do in this third set.
You know, they're already showing us that they've kind of figured out at least some more, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, Colin, can you get us with some stats from those first 2 sets, please?
Let's hear it, Colin.
This is Mr. Colin Wood with some stats.
All right, so the first thing that I'm looking at that's jumping out at me the most is Caroline Hilbrich has a total of 4 points on serving alone. I think she's had an impact on this game. And along with Kane Holcomb, who's been probably the MVP of this match, she has 7 points from actually just serving alone also. So those are the two stats that have been standing out to me the most. They've really had the advantage in serving from what I've saw.
Yeah, we definitely have some great, strong servers.
Oh, absolutely. And, Caden Holcomb, 7 aces on the night. Anna Hilbrick's had a couple aces. Carolyn Hilbrick with 4 aces. The serving is crucial for Floyd Central right now. They're not making many mistakes on offense at all. And, that's what it takes to be a good team,
Yeah,
we saw that when this team played New Albany. Stuff got tough. They were down. They were losing to New Albany in that first set. And, it was just like a fire was lit under that team. And they came back, won the first set, and then won the second set. And I think they went on to win 3-0, if I'm not mistaken. It was just something changed in the middle of that game, and they got it going. And when Floyd Central gets going, it's a scary team because they are very talented.
What changed? I'm curious. What got it into them that made them improve?
I don't know. They just made a couple really good plays, and they just got it going. Kind of like what we just saw from Mitchell. Like they were down. They were down a significant amount to the rival New Albany, and it's a big game, packed house, and they definitely didn't want to go down 1-0 in the first set, and they rallied back to win. And then from then on, they were like a brick wall. There were no falls after that in those second and third sets. So
they figured something out.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Oh, I think Mitchell is actually keeping that same lineup that worked for them. So
yeah, they are. It looks like they got the same 6 in the game for Mitchell right now, and we're gonna see if it works for them this time. We've got some subs for the Highlanders. We've got the sophomore Jenna Heidbrider in the game. We've got Kaylee Hunt in the game. Senior Anna Hilbrick in the game. Once again, Carolyn Hilbrick and Lou Stetter in the game. The two of the best offensive players on this Floyd Central team for sure.
Definitely.
Spike by Hunt, and that's going to be a point for the Highlanders. You know what I noticed, Lucas? The Highlanders, they're just having fun tonight. It's like they know they got this in the bag.
Yeah.
They're up 2-0. They're just comfortable in what they're doing right now. So, a comfortable, confident team is a good team. It's like when you just flat out know you're better than somebody, then that's a recipe for success.
Definitely, confidence is one of the key components of a team's greatness.
We got a great rally going, and it's overshot by Mitchell. That's going to be a point to the Highlanders.
Yeah, the energy is almost never matched. Mitchell's never matched the Highlanders' energy.
That's true. Even when they've made good plays, but it just seems like their head is not in it right now.
Yeah.
And you can't have that if you want to, especially make a comeback in a game like this.
Yeah, need to improve the chemistry a little bit more.
That's a serve by Hilbrick, and that's going to be an ace. That's if I'm not mistaken, that's 12 or 13 aces for the Highlanders tonight. That's
it's going to be quite a bit because
Yeah.
they really have been killing it.
They're definitely double digits. Senior Anna Hilbrick with the serve, returned by Mitchell, and Carolyn Hilbrick with the bump, set by Courtney Combs, spiked by Jenna Hilbrick, and not Jenna Hilbrick, Jenna Heidbrider, my mistake. The sophomore, number 1.
That's all right.
Point for Heidbrider. Phenomenal play, and Floyd Central takes a 4-0 lead. Hilbrick is back up to serve once again. Beautiful serve. Returned by Mitchell. They get it across. Saved by Carolyn Hilbrick. Spiked by Holcomb. Returned by Hilbrick. Up by Combs. Spiked by Lewstetter, and it's overshot, and it's out of bounds.
Floyd Central just kept coming back with the spikes. Didn't work out for them in the end, though.
Yep, definitely. They made some good plays. Just their setup to the spike was really good. They just overshot it a little bit. Carolyn Hilbrick with the return off of the Mitchell serve, spiked by Caden Holcomb, and a miscommunication from Mitchell. Almost has the ball go out of bounds, but they managed to save it. Hilbrick with the save once again, and that's Jenna Heidbrider with the spike.
The spike. So that's why they keep coming up with the spikes, because it works.
Yeah, it's just when you got power hitters like this on Floyd Central, it's just why wouldn't you do it? It just seems to be unstoppable right now.
Play your strong suit.
We got some subs in for the Highlanders. It looks like senior Courtney Combs is in to serve the ball. And it's a good serve. Returned by Mitchell. And they get it across. Carolyn Hilbrick with the bump. Combs with the set. Loose setter with the spike. And it's almost saved by Mitchell, but it got caught up in the ceiling. That's going to be a point to the Highlanders. Colin, any more interesting stats that you could give us?
I just have to say most of the Highlanders scoring from what I've seen has been from their serves, and that's what's really hurt the other team. And I've also noticed that the other team's been playing really lazy, and I think that's just due to lack of confidence from what the Highlanders have been able to do to them from those serves.
Definitely agree there.
Yeah, that was well said, Colin.
You should talk more, Colin.
Yeah. Colin,
I try.
Yeah, you should be in my position here.
Colin, that was very well said. That was almost philosophical. All right, and we're underway with some more action, and that's going to be a point for Mitchell. Nice little spike by the senior leader, number 24, on Mitchell.
Definitely. We got 7-2, Floyd Central lead.
And if I'm not mistaken, Floyd Central's not made many subs. Like, they're very confident with who they have on the floor right now.
Yes.
You know, both the Hilbrick daughters are in there, and Natalie Lustetter's been in there consistently. Courtney Combs has been in there consistently. Caden Holcomb hasn't come out hardly at all. You know,
they want to keep the good communicators.
Absolutely. They've definitely got the chemistry going right now. Unbelievable hit by Carolyn Holcomb.
So angry. Some of the numbers are important.
So, Colin, what's a big takeaway from this game so far, in your opinion?
Well, I've mentioned it before, and it's probably been the only thing I have mentioned. It's the serving. That's just the thing that's just been sticking out to me most, and I think I speak for the rest of the people here that the Highlanders do have an advantage in that, and they also have less errors from what I've saw. So I think the other team just needs to clean up their sloppy playing and reduce their laziness. And that's all I would think it'd be.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I mean, that was just, Colin, you should take my job, honestly.
You have the facts, the opinions. They're all there.
Colin.
Hey, man, I'm just a stats guy, all right?
No, we're all professionals here, and you're doing a great job. I just want to congratulate you for coming out tonight, Colin. We need to do this more, honestly.
We got a 10.
So much fun. We're watching some great
Islander
volleyball.
lead.
Folks at home, you know, we like to entertain. We like to give you the stats.
yeah.
We like to provide quality entertainment. We like to give you phenomenal play-by-play of what's going on. You know, Highlanders are out here dominating. We're here at Floyd Central High School. I'm Isaac Hatfield, Lucas Hunchman, Colin Wood. You know, we're just doing our thing. You know, I hope y'all are enjoying.
Having a good time watching a great volleyball game.
Absolutely phenomenal volleyball game. Anytime we get to watch some sports, commentate, it's just a phenomenal night. All right. Well, we're going to get back to the action. Highlanders are currently up 11-4. You know, they're definitely running away with it. Mitchell they're just confused right now. They, you know, not much confidence. They're making good plays, but it's just nothing's really going their way right now.
Floyd Central seemed to touch the ball while Mitchell had their hands on it there. So Mitchell has the ball now.
That's going to be a point for Mitchell due to a Floyd Central mistake. Good communication by the Highlanders. I mean, you can hear
it from here.
Yeah,
with
I mean,
the headset on.
we're up top with the headsets on, and we can hear these senior leaders being very vocal for the Highlanders. You know,
Pulled through right there with a point. It's working.
Holcomb continues to score. Hilbert continues to score.
Mitchell's got to get a little louder there on court.
Yeah, they definitely are. There's not much presence on the Mitchell side of the volleyball court right now. Senior Caden Holcomb with the serve, and it is dug out by Mitchell. Spiked, and that's going to be a point for Mitchell. That was a good play right there. All right, and it looks like
we got the crowd excited here.
Yep. the crowd is definitely getting into it right now as
Yeah, but-
junior Keegan Kaiser comes into the game. I'm pretty sure Kaiser's coming off of an injury right now, and that might be why the crowd got into that because I'm pretty sure this is her first game back, if I'm not mistaken, Lucas. And it's just awesome to see a player go down to an injury.
Yeah.
It's definitely a rough, long road of recovery, rehab, physical therapy.
Good
but
underdog story.
phenomenal underdog story. And to see a player come back and perform at a high level, it's just awesome. So. And Kaiser's definitely playing some defense for the Highlanders right now. And that's another spike by Hilbrick. Hilbrick's just a scoring machine. It's just great what we're seeing from these young players right now.
Doing great in offense and defense. Kaiser was moving all across the court there, making sure the ball did not touch the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. And looks like we got a very young lineup in here. There are no seniors in for the Highlanders right now.
This is that practice time you've been talking about,
Yep,
Isaac.
this is how you develop the young players. That's exactly right. And I think we got 5 sophomores in and 1 junior for the Highlanders, so they're definitely trying to develop the young talent, and they're trying to build up their team for next year. And this is one of those games where you can do that. You got a comfortable lead, you're confident in your chances of winning, and so use it as a good practice time. Good to practice against someone other than yourselves. You get a lot of
Right.
practice reps in practice.
Especially with the crowd there, the whole shebang.
Absolutely,
right in front of you.
absolutely. You get a feel for what varsity volleyball is.
Yes. We got 15-8, Floyd Central lead.
Absolutely, and it looks like Loosetter's coming back in the game for Casey
Getting
Quinochet.
A tighter difference here. Mitchell's keeping it fairly closer.
They have been scoring a lot better in this third set than the previous 2. Hilbrick with the serve, and it's dug out by Mitchell. And that's a spike by Kaylee Hunt. Powerful spike, but it's saved by Abby Brothers. And Keegan Kaiser digs it out. Loose setter comes up a little bit short.
Yeah, Kaiser actually had to get on the floor.
I know.
Rest up against the actual brace that's holding her injury.
Yeah, absolutely. That was very impressive athleticism for someone
yeah.
coming off of an injury, Kaiser is wearing a knee brace right now, so, definitely limiting her mobility, but she's still giving it everything she's got.
Definitely.
Loosetter returns the serve from Mitchell, and it's spiked by Heidbrier out of bounds by Mitchell. Caden Holcomb is entering the game for Kaiser. They're gonna sit her, get some more rest. She's most likely not 100% yet, but it was good for her to get some game reps coming off of an injury.
She was very aggressive just in the few moments she was in there.
Anna Hilbrick back in with the serve, and it's across by Mitchell, saved by Hilbrick. And Loosetter with the spike again, unreal.
Finding the right spot there. The libero couldn't even return it.
Yeah. This Floyd Central team just really seems to have no holes right now. Served by Hilbrick, returned by Mitchell. And it's blocked at the net by Heidbrier, but it's returned by Mitchell. Holcomb, and that's Holcomb with another point. Unreal. Holcomb with another aggressive spike, and the Highlanders are going to take a 18-9 lead. Holcomb with the serve. Returned by Mitchell, blocked by Holcomb. Blocked by Holcomb again. Unreal
Holcomb
plays.
at the net.
That's
She just sees a wall.
3 points in a row for Caden Holcomb.
Now they're up in double digits of a lead here on Mitchell.
She's just a phenomenal player for this team.
I do have to say, Caden Holcomb is leading the Highlanders with the most points, with 15.
15 points tonight for Caden
She's
Holcomb.
definitely been the impact of this game, and
Yeah.
she's definitely the result of the scoreboard right now.
Yeah, I think there's another ace by Carolyn Hilbrick. I mean, just putting on an absolute clinic. I think, Carolyn Hilbrick, Anna Hilbrick, Caden Holcomb.
And Holcomb just got pulled out here. They're going to let her rest. So
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta rest your starters.
she's done great tonight.
But like I was saying, both the Hilbricks, Caden Holcomb, Kaylee Hunt, Natalie Lustetter, they're all having phenomenal games.
They're
Just
great
no-
team leaders too,
Yeah.
and that's what's given the
Absolutely.
communication at practice and then at the game. If you can pinpoint the leaders in your team and then have them in practice and then at the game help out all the younger kids, and you'll have great
No doubt.
communication.
And that was a point for the Highlanders. It was blocked by Callie Selahusky. Callie
Nice.
Selahusky is a sophomore player who got pulled up to varsity this year for the Highlanders. She is actually 6'2", very tall and athletic for the Highlanders.
Well,
All right, and another block by Selahusky. I mean, 6'2" on the front of the net. It's just like a wall. And another spike by Heidbrigger. And the Highlanders are 2 points away from the sweep tonight. It looks like it's going that way. And Anna Hilbrick is up to serve. Serve is up. Returned by Mitchell. And Hilbrick with the bump. Spiked by Lustetter. And got over by Mitchell. Saved by Hilbrick to the other Hilbrick. Carolyn Hilbrick with the spike. And that's another point for the Highlanders. And it is 24-9. That was 7 in a row for the Floyd Central Highlanders on the scoring. Ever since this last group of young ones came in, they've
been killing it.
they haven't given up a point yet, I don't think. So, served by Hilbrick, returned by Mitchell. Saved by Hilbrick again, dug out. What an athletic play.
Yeah, Hilbrick had a
And-
dive to the ground right there. That was a very, took a lot of strenuous physical movement there, if you will.
And Lustetter hit the shot, which would have been the game point, but it was out of bounds. So Mitchell with the serve. And Mitchell's going to score again as Anna Hilbrick hustles out of bounds. Tries to save that ball. A lot of impressive hustle, but
There's a
couldn't.
bleacher right there in the
Yeah.
way, so she would have dove
Yeah.
to the ground. We know her.
She
would've
definitely
tried for it.
would have saved it, but the bleachers got in the way. So
What do you
good
know?
effort by the senior leader, though.
This may as well be match point.
Yep. Mitchell is up with the serve right now, and it is, man, another point by Mitchell. We
All
keep
right.
jinxing them, Lucas. We
Yeah.
keep saying it's match point, and then they just
They're
they
holding
just
on
pull
to
out
the
another-
rope there. They're keeping going.
All right, the senior leader for the Hornets with the serve. Returned by Hilbrick. Up by Combs. Spiked by Jenna Heidbreder. And that's going to be out of bounds by Mitchell. And what a game for the
What
Highlanders.
a game.
They won all 3 sets by double digits.
Yeah, Mitchell didn't get over 15 in any of them.
I think that they, if my math is correct, they outscored them 75-36.
Incredible
And-
calculation there. Yeah, that's a pretty massive number
yeah,
right
that's
there.
a big deficit,
lead.
and I saw some promising things out of Mitchell. They're definitely, a younger team, a less experienced team than Floyd Central, stepping up to play some good competition tonight. But I mean, the tale of tonight is the Highlanders' offense. It was just phenomenal. The serving was phenomenal, as Collins told us over and over again, and. It was impressive. A lot of aces. I think we had 15 or 16 aces by the Highlanders. Caden Holcomb with 15 points. Carolyn Hilbrick definitely had double-digit points. A lot of players stepped up for the Highlanders tonight, and just no real holes in their game tonight.
I do have to mention how the Highlanders serving is. No, I'm just kidding. I'd have to say they did score. Probably their second most ways they scored, if that makes sense. If I put that right, they had lots of blocks, so they were doing good on defense.
I noticed that. they just tapped him over, and then Mitchell just couldn't get to them.
So
'cause
it
they
wasn't
put him
just
in the
their.
right
I'd say their offense had the biggest impact, but their defense was there as well. There was many blocks that did lead the scores, and the other team just wasn't able to answer.
No, yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's
every
smart
time,
defenders.
Colin. You just put it in the best way possible.
Yeah.
You're just made for this kind of work, honestly.
No, like I said before,
like, it doesn't
I'm just
matter-
a stats guy, man. I'm just a stats guy.
It doesn't matter, what mic, what game, it doesn't matter what we put you in front of. You'll make it interesting, and you just have done a phenomenal job tonight, Colin.
I appreciate it. I'd like to say the same thing to you too.
Oh, thank you. I mean, this is just what I do. I live, breathe, smell volleyball, and I just love being out here. Okay, so thanks, folks, for tuning in. We're gonna get going out here. We all got some homework to go do for sure. It's us student broadcasters.
I mean, I might just stay here a little longer and just smell the volleyball. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's the best part.
I mean,
you might as well talk to the fans
I
too,
breathe
because
volleyball,
you're
bro.
you're the best talent here for the fans.
No,
You've been doing
I
great.
may go and get a few interviews.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
to-
we'll definitely see what's going on with the Floyd Central team, see how they're feeling going into the postseason coming up, and that'll be a wrap for the night. So thank you guys for tuning in.
If they head into the postseason like they were playing tonight, then I'd say they have no problem with whoever they go against.
Yeah, definitely. All right, it's going to be a wrap here tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Isaac Hatfield. This is Lucas Hunchman, and I'm with Colin Wood. Thank you guys. Have a great night. And we're off.
You call me out and stutter.
No, this man, he's so dumb. Like, he kept laughing.